Good morning. It's Thursday morning, 7:59 a.m. It's cold out there. It's like 50 degrees. It's been raining since I don't know when last night. I still got a cold, got a sore throat. I feel like my brains have been stirred up by, one of them cake mixer machines, with the little spinner things and I feel like that's what my head feels like. Oh man. A cake mixer. We put one in each ear and brrr. Would it be anything in there to stir up's the question. I don't know. I don't know. Yesterday I posted my M6 Springfield 22-410 video. That got a lot of views. I mean, I knew it probably would. It's a gun. People love gun videos. Everything else I do, not so much. But talk about one of my guns, and oh boy, here they come. I ought to bring in my Thompson in here and make a video on that today. It's going to be raining all day. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Don't really have a whole lot going on. I should really sleep one. Slept 11 hours last night and I could go right back to bed. That's not good, is it? I've never slept 11 hours. I don't believe since I got disabled have I slept 11 hours. And I could easily turn it into another couple hours. It's called feeling pretty rough, y'all. Feeling pretty rough. I was sitting in here tinkering this morning. I got my little, what you call it? My Mobic, my battery charger here. And I was thinking about this fan that I used to have on this other laptop that I had. And it's this one right here. It's two fans for cooling off electronics, And it goes down to one USB cord. It's made that way. It starts out with two. You come down to one USB, like this right here. Now, if I cut this on, 2, 3, 4, it says 100, right? Because it's charged up. And I plug that in. You can hear it on already. See? It's on right now. You hear that? The reason I'm thinking about this is I'm wondering, can I run 4 of these off of that battery to really stir up some air when I airbrush stuff? I'm fixing to have a project here. There's no on or off switch. It's a plug or unplug. See, they're stopping right now. They stopped. Anyway, so now that I know I can do that, I have this project in my head that I need to figure out and put it together. Because I'm fixing to have a big airbrush project I want to do. Outside on a dining canopy. I want to airbrush the basic needs stuff on it. Yep, that's what I want to do. This one's still plugged in. Yeah. This way, I think. That should charge it. Yeah, let's charge that back up a little bit more just to make sure it's topped off. I got a trip coming up soon. Just a short out-of-town trip. I don't know if it'll be a day or 2 days. I don't know. Probably be a 1-day trip. Unless I get a bad anxiety problem or something. So I'm looking at that. Yesterday I put together some more prep kits with the cook stove, a big lighter, can opener, some medical Molle blankets, some antiseptic wipes, a couple other things in there. What I had that I could put together, it made about another 10 with what's come in the last 2 days. That's 10 more kits. I'm sitting at about 40 prep kits now. I got about 40 bath and towel sets with hygiene kits to go with those. And I got about 15 or 16 sleep sets because I gave one out already. The other day I gave one out. Somebody said, why are you doing all this and by yourself? Well, if I don't help somebody between now and the shit hit the fan situation, I can get the basics of what you need minus a knife and self-defense. And you can barter something for me. Something I want or need for what you need. Of course, we'll work all that out at the time with whoever, with what they got and what I need and what they need. Fulfilling needs and wants and things. It's like Fantasy Island shit, or I Dream of Jeannie, blink, 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 and there it is for you, you know. I wish. Some people still wrapped up about this election. I don't give it a fuck. I kind of know it may, if it plays out one way, I kind of know what's going to happen. If it goes the other way, I think we're looking at an even faster collapse of the government. So, I can be happy with both. They both are going to mean the government's over. That's what I'm counting on. I'm counting on it now. Because it's corrupt. It needs to go into oblivion. You can't fix and repair this without changing into something that it was never supposed to be. It's probably worse. Certain individual wants to become dictator for life and shit. You get life all right. Yeah, buddy. You spend the rest of your days. It ain't many anyway, because you already a sick fuck, and I know it. I can tell. You're not going to make 4 years. And the other dummy that you ran with, nobody's going to allow him to be president. You can bet your ass on that. Anyway, that's what I've got for this morning. I can't really think of anything that I have going on that I took another one of these Molle 1-quart canteens covers. It looks like this, you know. In this pocket right here, I've got a whole aluminum bottle of alcohol and a necklace ferrous rod, the necklace deal, you know. In this pocket over here, I have a big lighter and some fire starters. This pocket, the main pocket on the inside, that's kind of what I want to show you about. I've got a Johnson & Johnson first aid kit from Walmart. It's over there in the travel section. It's got 20 some odd pieces in it. I've got a wooden ferrous rod. It's not the nice 1/2 inch, but it'll do. If you don't have one, it'll do, you know. Something's better than nothing. I've got my stovetop grill. You see that? Looks like this. Looks like that right there. That comes in handy for putting things on or putting bread on. I got my K-bar spork here that makes a knife, you see? Or you stick them together and it makes one piece with a nice long handle. It's K-bar spork with a knife for cutting up your meat and shit. I don't know how it's going to last. I haven't even used it yet. It's still brand new. Everything in this pouch is new. At the bottom of that, something's holding me up. Okay, at the bottom of that, in its own pouch, I have a green open face cook set. This one is a little better than that other one. You can set your grate right on top of it. Something similar to this. Okay. If you've got that down on level ground, you could cook on that. You could cook on that. And you can either set it up high on these lips right here. It's got 3 of those lips between these stackers. Or you can move it over here and it'll fall down inside. And you would have that distance there, up to there, to grill your toast or whatever you got, right? Get your toast grilling, if that's what you want to do. This works better when it's sitting on something flat. There it goes. You just have to find the right way. But if it's lit down there, you can put your... See, I'm pressing pretty hard on that. I mean, I know y'all can't see it, but I'm pressing pretty hard on it. Like that. You can set your kettle on it. You put a lid on it, you see. Put your lid on it if you need it. Fill it with whatever water you need or whatever you're going to cook. I'll make you some kind of stew. But this is separate. That goes to another alcohol cooker that's in here with a different kind of bottom ring on it. But I think I like this bottom ring better. It's hard to decide because on this one has the, I don't remember what you call them. They make an X up on top of your stove. This is the lid for that pot. Fits right on top of there, nice. But if you don't, but it's the lid for this stove pot. It's just a cheap one. No name brand, nothing. You see the difference in these two? This one has a top ring and all. This one doesn't. But when you put this brass transient down in there, if you get one of these off of Temu, I think is where I'm getting them from, it fits on top of here a lot nicer and easier on this big one. Can you see the difference in the two? And you put it on this one, you got to do some turning to get it right. You put it on that one, and it's fine right off the get-go. You put your cup and lid on top of that, see, like that. Of course, how much you can cook depends on how many containers you have as to what you're going to cook. So I guess this is the better one, but it's also like $17, $18 on Amazon. You have to buy this on Temu. I can't find one I like that's small enough on Amazon, like this one. I don't have a tape measure in here close, I don't think. No. But, besides the point, this one here, it's this one, the tall bag. The taller bag is for that one. With your great things, you know, and your lid, and you pull it tight like that, and it sits on top. Even in the bag, it sits on top like that. You can put it in your pack or your haversack or whatever you got. And this one goes back in here. Takes two fingers, at least two fingers to do that. There is no crisscross thing to go on that one. I think that's probably a not good part of this one. But this one goes in this Molle kit, just like that pot, and the other one will go in a Molle pack kit. This goes to the back. If you move it and wiggle it just right, it'll go down in there below the top. That right there, that's below the top. Put your ferrous rod back in on one side. Take your K-bar spork apart, lay it down in there. You got your strap adjusted where it's all the way down. You pull your pack like that, and you pull up your side strings to keep the opening inside the top of your, for walking around, right? And there that is. It's a can opener right there. I've got rings if I want to hook this onto a sling or something. Or you got Molle in the back. I'm finding a lot of uses for these 1-quart canteen covers. They're not like I like that they got two pouches. You can put whatever you need for that kit in that pouch. And that's a big deal, I think. I think that's just a big deal. So, you might want to do that. Oh, I forgot to put the first aid kit back in. I knew it was missing something. You can always stick this Johnson & Johnson Walmart first aid kit in the travel section. right there in the front, like that, and pull it over and buckle it. That's a neat little kit. Up there's a Pathfinder kit in a 1 quart Molle. It's got its own cook stove and everything in it. You could hook this to the straps of that one and have the fold-up stove, the canteen cook stove, or you could have your alcohol burner, your Triangia, all on that, not that taking up room in your haversack, if that's what you want to have, and not have a pack. There's times a pack is needed to carry like clothes and everything else, your rest of your survival gear. But just to go out in the woods for a day or 2 or 3, I don't need a pack. That's just me though. I don't need a pack all the time. But I have plenty of packs, different packs, for different things, purposes, already filled up and equipped. I just have to grab the one that I need and go. Yeah, that's how I do it. I've got one khaki pack right here. Would be this one with a trauma kit on the outside and a spare first tourniquet and a trauma kit. That's one pack with an aluminum water bottle and a knife on that side and a seatbelt cutter. This is the pack I usually, if I'm going to be gone for a whole day or more, that's the pack I usually throw in my truck. That's why it's in here. I've got a 100-liter in the closet in the bedroom that could get me through a whole week. I won't say longer because there's food stored in there in aluminum cans. Even though they're cans, I've got it all stored in aluminum cans. I could get through a week if I replace the water. Okay? I got enough clothes and everything else packed in that 100-liter pack that I could make a week off of that. But then I have to replace food and stuff with something. See, that's the hard part that a lot of people don't want to talk about is you got all this stuff, are you going to forage for all your food? Are you going to hunt for your food? Are you going to do it silently or what, How are you going to hunt for your food? And are you good enough with what you're going to use to hunt with? See, I got several ways I can go with that. That's for another video. But I'll list them right quick. You can go a .22 handgun or rifle. I would at least have a .22 to hunt squirrels and rabbits and such with. You could use a slingshot, a good slingshot with the bigger, say 50 caliber balls. You could take out a squirrel or a rabbit or a bigger bird if you got one on the ground somewhere. Or, beggars can't be choosers. When you're hungry, you'll eat anything. There's places around the world that eat everything that we will not eat here in the U.S. And you get hungry, you're going to eat that shit. I took a survival class in the military. We ate worms, earthworms. We learned how to take out trees and shit and get water out of them. We learned what cactuses and plants to get the most water out of when you squeeze them. Or you cut them, depending on what plant it is. You got to learn where that stuff is on your property too. If you've got a home and property, do you have any wild foraging stuff on your property? You ought to walk your woods and see what's in your woods that you could eat. And then leave it alone and let it keep growing and producing. See? The beauty of nature. It will provide. And you don't have to do a whole lot to get it to do so. If I could just get rid of some deer and squirrel on my property, I could have a whole lot more. But for now, they're safe. The deer are like guard dogs. They let you know if somebody's coming down the driveway. If you're looking out and they're out here in the edges of the yard, if somebody's coming down the driveway, they scatter. That's how I know there's a delivery truck coming. Because over yonder, I have a mineral block, and every now and then I put out a little seed for them. I put out seed for the birds, all the birds, hanging up in the trees around here. You know, that draws rabbits and squirrels. You get hungry, you're going to have something to eat somewhere around this property until they're either all gone or they've reproduced. Shit, I could probably eat squirrels for a month and not run out of squirrels. Just squirrels and not run out. We got so many. It's raining hard now. Oh, I hate this throat stuff. But yep, it's raining. I don't really have nothing else to talk about just yet this morning until something comes up, I reckon. So, y'all have a good a day as you can have. Try to keep positive, eliminate negative, and have a good day. This is Larry, out.